Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. Um, Today I have a video for you for informational purposes only. um, it's my term is it's called beyond confirmation bias. Okay, this is like confirmation bias on steroids, and I've taken information basically from um, a book called Suspicious Minds: Why We Behave in, or Why We Believe in Conspiracy Theories. And this is Rob Brotherton from 2015. Now, I'm just going to go over a small part of the book. I'm not really going to be addressing conspiracy theories, although the confirmation bias plays a significant part in those beliefs. Okay. Um, So, most of the book addresses conspiracy theories, and the author states most of us are somewhere in the middle, mildly skeptical of conspiracy theories across the board, but unwilling to write them off completely. And like I said, I'm going to just address information closely connected to confirmation bias that I've actually covered in another video. But again, this is a little bit more uh, intense, I think. So, two people can look at precisely the same set of facts and come to radically different uh, conclusions. So, we like to think that our beliefs are founded on a fair survey of all the available, best available evidence. You know, you find out the facts, uh, and then you come to a rational conclusion. But the reality is that our brains often work in reverse. You know, so often the conclusion comes first, and then our brains seek out, you know, the information that best fits what it already believes. Okay, unconsciously, so we're not even aware of it most of the time. But if we're aware that we do this, then maybe we can actually pick up on it when we're engaging in this sort of confirmation bias. But when we do it, it kind of leaves us with that illusion that we've, you know, really worked hard and reviewed all the evidence and arrived at the correct conclusion. So that's confirmation bias. So if I'm looking for evidence to test out a hunch, it's likely my brain doesn't treat all the evidence equally. Okay, so I might be engaging what is called positive test strategy. Okay, so I might be prone to look for what I expect to find, and I might just conveniently overlook what I don't expect to find. Okay, so I am, or we are less likely to search for evidence that conflicts with our beliefs. Or if we find something, we're pretty quick to write it off, rationalize it, whatever. So if we don't check for evidence to see that we're wrong, we have no reason to question our beliefs, right? Okay. So, biased assimilation. We interpret ambiguous events in light of what we already believe. Okay, that's important. So if I favor stricter gun control, mass shootings indicate a need for stricter gun control or stricter gun laws. Okay, but if I favor more rights for gun owners, mass shootings might indicate the need to make it easier to carry weapons to protect yourself. Okay, so it's interesting how you know, we can take either side of that that argument. Again, probably depending on your political stance, but it can be done. Now, when we're faced with a murky pool of evidence, biased assimilation filters out anything that doesn't fit what we already believe. Okay, so that just leaves behind the idea that, well, we believe is correct, that the truth is crystal clear. Finally, research by Brendan Nyland. It shows that correcting incorrect beliefs can be surprisingly difficult. Sometimes showing somebody the facts that ought to set them straight can make them even more confident in their misguided belief. And this is called the backfire effect. It's kind of like confirmation bias on steroids. And if you've ever had debates with somebody and you've legitimately, haven't gone through the confirmation bias thing, but if you've legitimately had all your ducks in a row and it still doesn't work, that's what we're talking about right here, okay? That's the backfire effect. So that's the video. Hope it makes sense to you. Maybe it opens your eyes at least to how you might operate sometimes. I know that it opens my eyes. I try to remember to look and see if I'm engaging in confirmation bias when I may be having a discussion with somebody or a little debate, or even in my mind if I'm just having my own discussion in my mind about particular ideas. I want to make sure I have all the information, and I have to remind myself sometimes that maybe I have this innate belief about the one particular item. I'm going to kind of fudge that way, so I have to kind of catch myself. I have to remind myself, no, wait a minute, let's look at the whole picture. Anyway, there we are, that's it, and I'll have something else for you in the future.